Welcome to Muscle Model Cars on YouTube. And today we're doing the interior seats for the 1963 Impala and the vehicle itself. That's what we're working on. So we're going to be kind of showing you how I'm going to be doing the seats. So I did a couple of them. Basically, this is how they look. You got two types. You got also the bucket seats. I taped the edges, and those are going to be white. Kind of give you a close-up look of it. But I like these better. These look more sporty. And so right now, the paint color I'm going to do the seats and the pads on the seats itself, the bucket seats. Top portion, the white portions you see painted are like the cushions would be. And then the top has padding as well, the cushion pads. And so when I put them together, they'll look pretty fancy for a 63 Impala, kind of sporty. So I'm going to show you the way I'm doing it to kind of get the detail in it because it is kind of tiny unless you got trusty magnifying glass. And then you got the fine, it's not that fine, but a medium tip uh, paint marker, white acrylic paint. I take the marker basically, and I can view it from here, and I can kind of get a close up view of it and kind of get it all the paint in there nice and smoothly where I want it. Okay, so it's pretty much how it's going to be done. You can get something to put over this. I don't, but this small thing, I don't have to worry about this covering up the picture itself because I normally cut these out and keep them and the picture of them, and then one day I'll figure out what I want to do with them. But um, just kind of giving you an idea of how you can do it. One way to do it is magnifying glass, the part in particular that you want to get the detail in, it blows it up. You can see it without kind of messing over the spray painted tree portions. And then you would put that in. Um, I had taped this guy here, the interior for the back seats. I'm going to be doing that too as well. First, I have to spray paint this. What you see taped in the green is the center column. That's going to be a white color. I'm sorry. That's going to be let me see, that's going to be black. And because the back seat is going to have red, center column going to be black. The center column is going to be red. The carpet is going to be black, and the seat is going to be black, and the center of the seat is going to be red coming through as well. And then, of course, the pads are on there. You can see it in detail. We're going to make that white. Okay. And then the interior door siding on the door, the padding. I'm trying to make that. If I can get a finer type of pen, I'm going to make that paint that white uh, line outline, but the padding in it is going to be red. So I'm gonna see if I can do it. That's gonna be kind of tough. So I'm gonna show you just how to do this one I left open right here, and I'm using just the acrylic paint marker, medium tip type of ink. I mean pen marker It's not marker, but it's called a paint marker. And then it is paint inside of this guy here, and it does dry pretty quick, and it's acrylic. Okay, so I'm going to put the bottom portion of the seat, and I'm going to paint it right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm gonna lean it down. You won't see me. I know you all can barely see it, but I'll show it to you. As you can see, this is it right here, and that's why you need this magnifying glass to get it at the hobby shop, and it blows it up. That way, you can keep it nice and neat as possible. But if you take your time, and let it dry. And there it is, as you can see. That's the white cushion portion, left out white cushion so you could kind of tell what I'm doing. I'm going to let that portion dry, go back over it lightly. I don't want overkill on it because it's going to risk smudging the red portion that we spray painted on the tree itself. So then I would again take the the back of the seat, of the bucket seat, and I view it. And then, as you can see, it's all red right here, right now. But you can see the pads on them, and we want to make those white now. So don't never try to overkill with it, get it so neat. Let the first portion of it dry. Make sure it doesn't get too runny. It runs down into the red portion, so just go over it lightly. Don't even shake it to get more paint out. Just ever so lightly go over it, just so, and it'll run actually on its own. Then I'm going to show you another way to do it with these here to make sure it doesn't run too much. I'm going to wet them real quick. Just kind of in the middle of the pads, I'm going to melt in the edging portion. I'm not going to worry about until I do one thing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use to get the look that we got with the cushion for the seating, the bottom portion of the seat. So this is what it looks like right now, as you can see right here. Um, this guy right here. This is what we're going to make sure that we spread it evenly. So I'm going to use this brush here, and before it dries, because it does dry pretty quick, I'm going to see if I can spread it. And then see, just by talking to you and lightly putting a coat on there, it dried already, which is good. But the point is, Now what you have to do is have both have your brush ready and your paint marker ready. And now I'm going to evenly look through this magnifying glass, find that particular portion I want to paint, and just wet that part, cap the paint, and now I'm going to spread it over if I can. If it looks like it's going to be too difficult and the hairs on the brush sometimes will act like it's spreading it too much where it doesn't want to act right. Then if that doesn't work, then you go back to Old Faithful, which is basically being patient, shaking it a little. Don't press down because that makes it run quicker out of the pen itself, out of the marker. But you just ever so lightly spread it on there and evenly apply it to the pad. And don't overkill it. Don't try to make it all nice and pretty because you can get the paintbrush and put that in there and do that uh, with the pen. I mean, with the paintbrush. And then you don't have to worry about any type of overrun into the red portions that you spray painted on it. And then just ever so lightly, just go back over it. I'm not even pressing down on it. I'm basically just touching it with the tip of the marker and letting the marker do its thing. And if it acts like it doesn't want it, I can also go back and wipe it with a Q-tip and then apply a little red dot where it may have. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. What you can do is rotate the pen, the marker, and then just ever ever so lightly just apply it. You don't want to move it too much, and you don't want to make it too thick, but you do want to cover if you can the grooves. Okay, if you can cover the grooves, the backing of it, you do ever so lightly again, and don't worry about getting it all on one application. You let one portion dry so that it accept the second portion evenly. But you have to take your time and you have to be patient on these small parts and rotate it again, shake it again, and then ever so lightly just go ahead and apply it. And if it looks like it doesn't want to come out because you haven't pressed it down, what makes it come out is pressing the tip of it, the application portion of it, down onto something that you don't really care about throwing away, cardboard or anything. You know, like this. Just press down on here, and as you can see right there, it starts to moisten again, the tip of it again, and then you just apply it right on there and keep going and let it dry. You don't need to worry about it. quiet because you can't talk and do this at the same time because you will cause yourself to make mistakes. There you go. And that's what it looks like. I can't hold it up like that, but and then you see how I ran over here on this side into the red. You can take a toothpick, go through there and wipe it, which is what I'm going to do, and then that'll, you know, show the clear separation of the pads. But you can't lean it up, and it will look. You can tell that it does run sometime occasionally, but don't worry about it. You can always get a toothpick and go through it. I don't want to leave the camera at this point, but I can see that it's running into the red on that one particular portion of the seat, and I could try to get it out of there. But if it doesn't, I'll just take the red portion and color it with a marker, paint marker that's red. You see that guy right there, right here. See, right over here. White, a little white in there, but we'll do it. But for the most part, that's how the seats are going to look. The cushions on them, and then of course I told you I had another set of seats, which is these type of bucket, more cushion on them. Got a little white detail in the cushion padding on the seats, more padded seats. And what I did with these guys before I painted them, I put well, this one, these I did not. It was the other guys right here I did, but I'm going to end up painting these the side of them white, and then the padding inside here are going to be painted white. So that's the next thing we're going to do. Um, I can show you what I've done so far on body, the body of it. What I've done for the okay, this guy here is the body. My wife's father's old car. She remembered from little girl '63 Impala. That's what we've done so far. Let you kind of get a view of it, and it's kind of still in the beginning stages, and kind of make you kind of comfortable. And this guy here, I just went out and bought some more paint markers. I got to get the rear end in, going. I'm going to use these bumpers right here. The rear bumper for the rear end is this guy here. This is the one I decided on. Okay. And then with the other thing that I decided was the headlight areas. That's this guy right here. So that'll be next. Glue that together. I had to go buy more glue, model kit glue, and then I can kind of give you a view of how it's going to look. Before we go, I want to kind of show it to you and do it this way. Then maybe it'll look decent for you. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's going to let me sit it there without falling off. So I can show you guys the place. Okay. We'll try to go and get it. Try to go and get it. Let's see. rear end, how it's going to look once I glue it. Okay. And then we got the, look at the front end of it. So it's not a real difficult kit. Okay. But it is nice, you know. That's with the black stain. Um, and what I'm going to do is glue these two and move on to doing the seats. That'll be the next thing I do. Um, I don't think we have. It's not going to be a very difficult assembly with this guy here because this is one of those 4-in-1. I do believe this one is where you got four options to build it. Um, I want to make sure you guys know that this is not something that's going to be uh, time consuming or anything like that because we really took our time to get it the way we thought we wanted it. I found a toothpick. So what I was trying to tell you, oh no, this isn't a toothpick. Um, I'm trying to see what I did with the paper. The instructions, I do believe I folded them up and put them back in the kit. Oh, here it is. Okay. And then this guy came with some decals as well. And the decals were, I don't know if I showed them to you before, but this is the decals. I don't know if we're going to put any on there. My wife's father didn't have decals, but this is the guy right here. They give you decals with it. They're pretty nice. And if it was on a track back in the 60s, this would have been it. Um, More than likely, it was a just a regular family car straight off the assembly line, red. Back in the 60s, you got all types of wild colors and everything. It was red, green. They had very, very loose tolerances on colors, uh, especially when it got to the point of being in the 60s and early 60s and mid 60s with the colors, oranges, the bright colors. Um, and that's pretty much where we're going to be at with this guy. I'm on the seats at this point. Next thing we're going to do is get this guy here going, the interior for the seats before I place these in there. And then I'm going to do the hood. I'm kind of partial to the hood scoop, even though it's not on a factory car. I still kind of like it, so I might end up putting it on there. This guy here, I kind of like it, but I don't know if it is going to be something I can go with. Uh, but I like it. I really do like it. So I may do it this way. And then they gave you two options with this. This guy is a 4-in-1 type of kit. Um, I folded up the instructions and put them away. And then let's see. I may have put it on the table somewhere, but at any rate, you got four options to build this guy. I'm gonna talk to my wife about it and see what she remember about it as best she can, and then because she was a little girl, so we don't have no problems with using our imagination when it comes to that. Whatever memory she got, that's what we gonna work with, and then we'll go with that. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you real quick since I got you here what I did with the '69 Cobra Fastback, the finished look of it. That's this guy right here. I kind of finished up with this guy just to put it up and kind of let you see what it looks like. That's the number of Jeff Bridges' car in the movie The Last American Hero. He was a bootlegger in his younger years, and then he ended up being a NASCAR racer. And I do believe his sponsor in NASCAR, Junior Jackson, was in sponsored by basically, I do believe, uh, multiple sponsors. And when he got to NASCAR, but he started off as a bootlegger driving, I think, a '63 Mustang GT in North Carolina, I do believe, or South Carolina. And you can read about it. I have it on there in the beginning when I was doing this. But this is how it ended up with looking. When I got finished with it, I added all the decals. I got the numbers. Then I got the color of the rims and everything, and I kind of added a little bit of ingenuity to it, I guess. But this is the vehicle itself. Take this off here, kind of let you see it, and then I'll let you guys go. This time we got 2 minutes. Let you see it, and then I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for joining me. But this is the final look at the '69 Cobra GT Fastback. Let you see how it looked. And this is the car in the movie, supposedly, that was driven by Junior Jackson NASCAR in like the final scene. And this is what I came up with for a tribute to that movie itself. And if you watch the movie, or look it up online, they had, it seems like they had Coca Cola for a sponsor. I just happen to have some of these Coca Cola logos on in another kit that I did. I was left over, so I used it. I didn't have a pop, the physical decal that looked like shaped like a 16-ounce bottle of pop that I saw in one of the on internet, and we'll see what happens. But I kind of added it to it. I think it looks pretty decent. If I was king back in 1963, '69 driving and whatnot, I think the movie was 1973 when we did it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go.